is going to be Sherry Wellborn, who is a native Oregonian, has been a Red Sofa poet for 5 years, she says. And I say, she's a wonderful poet, and if you want to get to know her, listen to her poetry. Welcome, Sherry.
So can you hear me? Am I in the right spot? Or point it towards me? Is that better? Is that good? Okay. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to read one poem from the book, and then I brought a couple of others. My poems are about family, about memories, also about my dog. But this book is about memory. Flavors. We didn't have 27 in my town. We had soft vanilla or soft chocolate for a dime. 2 bits filled the cone to pony height, a dream come true. We had Tony, the shoe man in my town. He placed our feet on the cold metal sizer, then returned from the back room with a larger cousin to the shoe that already lay on the floor. In my town, we smelled Steinfeld sauerkraut every day. We had the acrid stink of craft paper pulp where our dads worked, and the spongy, skinned log odor from the trucks in front of our mom's paneled station wagons on Highway 30. The circus came to my town in the fall. One year, the Peruvians had a dozen tarantulas lined up on overturned ice cream tubs, making ticking sounds as they danced. This poem is also about memory. It's called Warren Elementary. The deal in finding home through the narrow defile of memory is that the way may be obscured by someone arguing about direction. It is easy to be distracted and end up in a curio shop, full of detail, but lacking in substance. I am one to miss the turnoff, charmed by a glittery statue that looks authentic, but is really a clever rendition of David, fashioned from 20 years of dryer lint. Words can hail like a fast taxi down the Neuron Highway. Say smock, I feel cotton, the outsized buttons, the billow of the gathers. I see it on a peg above the galoshes. Okay. You know where I need Janet right now? I need her mother to say breathe.
Breathe, breathe, breathe.
I see it on a peg above the galoshes in my 3rd grade cloakroom within the wooden 2-story at the end of Berg Road. It burned in the 80s. The smoke of the cloaks and smocks, the wooden rulers, the paste, and the fishy smell of my teacher's breath hang as a permanent cloud over the site. I know that if I go there and look up, I'll see the tarbells, the glasscocks and dewies. Their teeth will still be uneven. Some of them might be wearing smocks, buttoned crookedly. Some will wave at me. Timothy Abbott will offer a grass ring. The twins, Ronnie and Donnie, will ask how I found my way back. Okay, so I have a poem in the book about going to the gas station with my dog and my kids. And I'm not going to read it, but looking over my poems, I find that my dog appears frequently. So this is a dog poem. 9.0. My dog is nervous. He's eyeing the neighbors with anxiety after opening my computer and reading the earthquake article in the New Yorker. He speaks Spanish too, online classes. The article laid out the peril clearly. It's all prediction, lacks precision, but still caused local hysteria. My dog is a smart boy. He can read the message in the neighbor's eyes. He can smell it, his own peril. He's keeping a pack of biscuits and kibble under my bed, ready to hightail it out of here when the big one comes. The pantry shelves are empty and friendships crumble. Okay, and this one is a silly poem. It's got a lot of nonsense words in it, so I'll try to see them clearly. But it also features my dog. the bushy bun, with a nod to Lewis Carroll. As Dog and I walked in the finky dawn upon the path creep beside the sprinkled grass, we were startled by a bushy bun darting across the bead. The leash tautened, snapping my wrist and stumbling my gait until my nose scrappled the ground. My view was antified. Tinny voips skithered my ears and darted the air to my frittered face. Dog plumed and collie-walked on, the bushy bun floating his mind, plowing me gruntled and gladless past the scalding earths, until my floofy thoughts turned to untethering, and I rooseled myself. Rising up from the milliput world, bescummed and scathered, I scanned the bead for Dog and bushy bun, finding him in the distance, a tick corkling poor bushy beast. But the beady bun brooded, so that Dog rugled back opal-eyed. Tail slank between sitching legs, and in the least talk of time, he lay before me once more, particulate and racent. Dog puffed his snout blackly through Hortley sighs. I stood dappling my tender face, gazing at racing Dog. Away we slowly tittle-toed, while the bushy bun watched unscattered.